I think the best way for me to explain it would be when I actually got the call from my wife. Early hours in the morning, being told that he's being rushed off, he's not well. Getting in there, my literally first experience of the whole thing, got into the room where all the happy moments were at that particular moment in time. I was left with nothing in the room, just a few bags. I hit the floor. It felt like hours, but it was probably only about a minute or two. When I realised no one was coming back for me, I went off to see what was going on, see where my son was, being told that what was going to happen. And when you walk through that door and you see everything, it makes you very humble. You walk in and think, my God. You hear about these things, but until you get in there and you see what's going on, and you're seeing helpless children in that position, you're thinking how much I'd like to change that position for me. But it's just a numb feeling. It's a very cold feeling, and no one massively likes hospitals at the best of times. And especially when you're walking in, then you're being told that your son was within hours of dying.
Everything just kind of happened so fast. We were partially aware of what was going to happen. I mean, we'd seen all the bits of equipment that would be used beforehand. But yeah, like I say, in an instant everything happened. We had doctors in, nurses in, everybody in, and you know, bleeps and lights all over the place. It was...
Oh goodness me, yeah, there's so many things that go through your mind, because obviously you're trying to balance work with now suddenly having to go up into a hospital in London, so you've got all those sorts of time frames to deal with and plan for, because it was fairly short notice. Sebastian had a test. They decided that he did need to have the surgery slightly sooner than they were first planning, so it actually happened within about the space of about 10 days. We suddenly got told, actually no, he does have to have the surgery and he's going to have it in 10 days time.
Due to my son's circumstances, and I was already off work due to stress and anxiety because of what was happening with my son Harrison, I was very, very lucky in the sense that I have a very good and very understanding employer, and we had a very good sickness policy. They gave me the support and time that I needed to be with my son. And to be there through his surgery and his recovery.
From birth to being in the intensive care unit was strange, you know. It was the feeling I was hoping for after birth was the feeling of, yeah, I'm a dad, and phoning everyone up and saying, look, I'm a dad, it's brilliant, we're home, but it's not how it happened.
It can be hard to try and be strong when you've got such major, concern. I did feel that I had to put on a little bit of a facade, if you like, and try and be extra strong when, there's all these, feelings going on inside, and your stomach's turning into knots, and you're just trying to keep a straight face as opposed to, breaking down and crying, particularly when the doctors are, telling you that there's this problem, there's that problem, and all the surgery and that he's going to have and all that sort of thing. It was still sometimes me having to sort of go off by myself and just have a little cry in the toilet and then come back out again, being composed.
Firstly, I felt as Harrison's father that I've slightly let him down ever so slightly, because as a dad you want to fix things, and I couldn't fix this. This was out of my control, and as a result of this I had various issues with trying to overcome those feelings of guilt and relinquishing the control over to somebody else, which I found very, very difficult. There were times I cried, a couple of times uncontrollably, a couple of times, and mostly when nobody was around. But I felt that I couldn't sort of show those emotions in front of other people, and I found it very hard to talk to other people about it, and I found it very hard to ask for help, actually.
There were certain aspects I just couldn't do. Changing his dressing, for example, on his chest. I mean, I actually couldn't do it. I mean, not physically do it. The doctors and nurses were doing it, but I couldn't be there for him, holding his hand, because it was just too much. I couldn't see him in pain, or that was horrible. There's lots of times I had to leave and leave my partner to do it, and she was amazing. She was so strong. She was. I don't think I've ever told her that I admire her for that.
Sadly, at 5 months, our daughter passed away. Just without being able to get to the point of having surgery to repair anything.
As I say, I mean, I literally had that one instant came out, walked down this little tunnel bit just round from the family room, and I remember being on the phone to my mum, just sitting there going, I can't do this, and I just hit the floor, and it was a dark place. The one bit I would certainly say is don't hold it in, because I'm now 5 years on, and my wife doesn't know this. I haven't told her, and it feels like I'm lying to her when I say that I'm okay, and there's occasions where I break down when I talk to anybody about it, and I have to stop and just sort of think, you know what, no, that didn't happen, we're now here. Find a way of allowing it to let go.
As men, or as fathers, we fail to ask for that help sometimes, and we shouldn't, because in my personal experience, this is the hardest thing I've been through in my life, and I wasn't the one going through the actual operation. But you're not going to get the help that you need or the support that you need unless you ask for it, and it is out there if you do need it.